Right, so this next example is a parabolic curve. So a parabolic curve having a forward tangent of negative 3% intersects a back tangent of 6.5 pala, hindi 6. A back tangent of 6.5% at station 10 plus 800. So whose elevation is 5,260 meters. If the length of the curve is 400 meters, find the station of the highest point. So how to determine the highest point? Kung nakalimutan nyo man yun, is balikan nyo lang yung paggamit natin ng slopes. So parang ratio and proportion ito ng similar triangle. So dito, so from 0, tataas tayo ng magnitude na G1. That is yung grade ng first tangent or the back tangent. Tapos, kukonek natin yun sa kabila. This is negative 3%. Yan. So, or that is the same as G sub 2. So, kung saan man tatapat yung slope na equal to 0 at G is equal to 0, sa point na yan, dun sa curve, nandyan yung ating, yung sabi niya dyan is highest point or maximum point. Kung saan man siya tatapat sa curve at G is equal to 0, yun yung ating highest point. Kapag ganito, summit. Kapag sub naman, obviously, that is the lowest point. So, by ratio and proportion of similar triangles, ito, so sabihin natin na kapag, usually kapag galing dito sa right, ang nilalagay is x of m, 1. Ratio and proportion of similar triangles, i-connect ko lang dito sa kabila, this is the same as G sub 2. At yung mas malaking triangle, ito naman yung mas maliit. So by ratio and proportion, that is x of m1 is to g1, or usually ginagamit natin is absolute value equal to, okay, that is the total length of the curve L, that is L, okay, the length is to yung sum ng dalawa, absolute value of g1 plus absolute value of G sub 2. Absolute value yung gagamitin natin sa mga grades for a reason. Ang ibig lang sabihin naman nito is downward to the right kapag negative. So gusto natin makuha yung distance from the right side. This is the absolute value of G1 times L divided by absolute value of G1 plus the absolute value of G sub 2. So gaano kaya kalayo yung ating highest point from PC? Okay, so tingnan natin kung tama yung assumption na nandito siya sa left side. Okay, so kailangan lang naman kung nasa left side siya, it should be greater than 200 meters yung kalahati ng total length. Since 400 meters yung ating curve. This is x of m1 is equal to 0.065. The length of the curve is 400 divided by 0.065 plus 0.03. So, kunin natin yung x of m1. So, m1 is equal to 273.684 meters. So, tama lang yung assumption. Nandito siya sa left side. Lampas 200 since the length of the curve is 400 meters. So kung meron lang siyang excess dito, okay, kung i-ano natin yung curve, so this point is at station 10 plus 800. Okay, so the length of the curve is 400, so 200, 200. So kung may konting excess dito, let's say this is x. Kasi yung nakuha natin na distance dito is 273.684 meters. So yung distance x na yon is 273.684 minus 200, obviously this is 73.684. Kung nandito man yung ating highest point. Okay. So, kunin natin yung station A. Let's say, station of the highest point, station HP na lang, is equal to, there is 10 plus 800. Ano ba yung excess nito? Di ba? 273.684 minus kalahati ng curve na 200, 73.684. 684 meters. So the stationing of the highest point is 10 plus 800, 73.684. Okay? That will be our answer. Check natin sa choices. 10 plus 873.68. Letters. Alright, so this is on cut and fill. So the center height of a road at 7 plus 110 is 2 meters fill, while at station 7 plus 160 it is 1.2 meters cut. From station 7 plus 110 to the other station, the ground makes a uniform slope of 4.8%. So, compute the slope of the new road. So, ito yung ating new road. Ano ra yung kanyang panibagong slope? So, first is, i-observe natin, ano ba yung difference in distance or difference in stationing? 160, 110. This is the same as 50 meters. Okay? So, 50 meters. So, 4.8%, basically G, or that is the grade, is slope. That is basically rise over run. Okay, so dito muna tayo sa 0.048 is equal to, ano yung kanyang equivalent rise? Okay, so mag-focus tayo dito sa triangle na to. So the equivalent rise is 1.2. Hindi natin alam up to what point yung kanyang cut. So ilagay ko muna ito as Z. So ano yung kanyang equivalent rise? That is 1.2 plus Z divided by the run. Ano yung run? We have 50 meters. So, kunin natin yung bali ng Z. So, the value of Z is the same as 1.2 meters. Ngayon, yung bali ng Z na to is iproproject natin dito sa kabila para malaman natin yung actual rise ng panibagong kalsada. So, ito yung actual triangulation ng panibagong kalsada. So, if this is 2 meters, ito lang naman yung i-consider natin. If this is 2 meters, okay, kung nandito yung Z, so obviously this is 2 minus Z. So, we have the new slope, the new road. We have the value of J is, ano yung kanyang magiging rise? That is 2 minus Z divided by yung run na 50 meters. And the value of Z is equal to 2 minus yung computed value of Z na 1.2 divided by 50 meters. So this is multiplied by, hindi pala siya naka 100 or naka percent. Ayan lang natin siya. So this is the slope of the new road. So 2 minus 1.2 divided by 50 is equal to 0.016 for the first requirement. So letter D, dog, yung ating sagot sa unang tanong. So ang ginagawa na naman dito for cut and fill, gumawa na kayo ng mga triangles. Since slope or grade is rise over run. Okay, the next, find the distance in meters from station 7 plus 110 which the field expend. Ito yung ating fill portion. So, hinahanap daw yung distance na to from station. Okay, 7 plus 110. Sabihin ko na lang x yan. Obviously, yung sa kabila is automatically 50 minus x. Variation proportion of similar triangles. this is 2 meters, para dun sa second, 2 is to x is equal to, this is 1.2 is to 50 minus x. Okay, kunin natin yung value. Is equal to 31.25 meters. Okay, for the second requirement, 31.25, letter C, cut sa number 2. Last requirement is determine the stationing of the point where the field is extended. So, di ba, ito yung stationing nito is 7 plus 110. Let's say this is point A. O, dun sa third requirement, stationing of A is equal to, kung simula tayo dito, 7 plus 110, okay, plus yung value ng x. What is the value of x? We have 31.25. So the stationing of the extended, of the point wherein the field is extended is at 7 plus, okay, we have 141.25. So ang sagot natin is letter B, boy, for, okay, number 3. Tama ba? Yes, okay. So it's for this example, caret B. And next example is a closed traverse. So hindi naman siya talaga gagamitan ng survey, pwedeng triangular or geometry. So a survey set up a transit at point P, which is in the inner portion of a four-sided lot ABC. So ito si point P. And read the bearings and measures of distances of the distances as follows. So we have distance PA. Yung kanyang bearing is 40 degrees 30 minutes west of north or 40.5. Sabi na naman point B, that is 38 degrees. East of north, we have 70 degrees. East of south. Then for distance PD, that is 60 degrees 15 minutes or 60.25 degrees west of south. So kailangan lang natin gawin dito, pwede natin i-apply yung formula ng area ng triangle, yung 1/2 AB sin theta. So pwede kong gawin is hatiin ko sa 4 na triangle yung kanyang total area. Then convert na lang natin siya sa hectares. Pero kailangan lang natin yung mga ibang angles dito. Tulad nito, we need this angle. But it's the same as, yung gagawin lang natin, straight line. 180 minus 38 minus 70. So 180 minus 38 minus 70. This angle is, we have 72 degrees. The same dito sa kabila. Ano yung angle na to? That is 180 minus 40.5 minus 60.25. So that angle is equal to 79. This is 79.25 degrees. So kunin natin yung area. This is the total area is equal to 1/2. Unahin ko yung triangle na to. Yan. So there is 1/2. Ano yung distance P to A? P to A is equal to 420.35. Ano naman yung distance P to B? That is equal to 530.15. Sin, ano yung angle sa pagitan nila? 40.5 plus 38. That's equal to 70. The calculator ako. 78.5 degrees. Okay? Then plus, yung susunod na triangle, sunod naman natin yung triangle between BN ay BNC. 72 degrees. That is 1/2. Ano yung side B? That is 530.15. Multiplied by, ano yung distance P to C? Distance P to C is equal to 480. 480.75. Sin, ano yung angle? Nakuha natin kanina, 72 degrees. Okay, plus 1/2. This is, okay, for distance naman, or the triangle between C and D. Ano yung distance P to C? P to C is equal to 480.75. Ano yung distance from P to D? P to D is equal to 695.10. Sine, ano yung angle na to? We have 60.25 plus 70, that is equal to 130.25. Okay, plus ay 1/2. Yung last triangle natin, that is the triangle between A and D. That is 1/2 distance P to D. Ay, distance P to D is 695.10. Ano yung distance P to A? Yung una kanina, 120.35. And yung angle na yan, so 79.25 or sine. May sine siya. We have sine of 79.25 degrees. That will be the total area in terms of square meters. Qualified na lang natin na 1 hectare is to 10,000 square meters. Okay, so it will be a 500, 1,000, a 438.318. So divided by 1,000, 10,000. So you have the total area of the lot to be equal to 50.1438 hectares. 50.1438 hectares. So pinakamalapit sa choices, letter by letter C. My next example. So lines of levels are run from station A to station B over 3 different routes. So the route length and the difference of elevation between A and B are given in the following table. So determine the most probable elevation of B if station A is at elevation ay 42.635 meters. So we may apply yung statistical procedure dito, yung paggamit ng equivalent weights based sa length nung route papunta dun sa station B from station A and yung nakuha nilang corresponding difference. That is yung weight 1, distance 1 should be equal to weight 2, distance number 2 should be equal to weight number 3, distance number 3. To start, pwede natin gawin, assume, weight number 1 as simply equal to 1. So that is, weight number 1 is 1. What is the distance or yung length? Length from A to B sa route number 1. That is, we have 6.2 is equal to weight number 2. Then yung length from A to B, distance number 3 is 5.8. So kunin natin si weight number 2. That will be equal to 1.069. Then, okay, kinonsider natin yung una. Dito tayo sa pangalawa at pangatlo. Weight number 2 is 1.069. Distance or length number 2 is 5.8. Equal to weight number 3. Then yung length number 3 natin is 3.8. So what will be the value of weight number 3? That will be equal to 1.632. So yun yung mga corresponding weights. Corresponding weights ng mga length na to from A to B. Now we are to consider ano yung effect nila pagdating dun sa difference in elevation. So by tabula, so weight, then ito yung mga difference. Then kailangan din natin yung product. The product of weight and the difference. So weight is, yung una, weight number 1 is 1, 1.069, and 1.632. Ano yung mga difference? So we have yung una, 425.35, 424.12, ano yung pangatlo? 426.12, 45. Then kunin lang natin yung product. So obviously yung una, times 1 lang naman ito, 425.35. Okay, yung second, that is 1.069 multiplied by 424.12. So this will be equal to 384. And then next is 1.632 multiplied by 426.45. This equals 695.966. Kung consider mo yung 3 decimal, 1.632. Okay, then kunin natin yung summation ng mga weights. We have the summation of the weights is equal to equal to 3.701. Then kailangan din natin yung summation nito, or the summation of the weight multiplied by the difference. So now is 1,574.7. Check lang natin. Double check. 425.35 plus 453.384 plus 695.966 is equal to 1,574.7. So yung most probable difference is basically the summation of the weight times the difference divided by the summation of the weights. So we have it that is equal to, kung natin yung value na yan, that is equal to 1,574.7. Okay, 1,574.7. This is divided by the summation of the weights. We have 3.701. So ito yung most probable difference in elevation between of station A and B. So divided by 3.701. So the most probable difference in elevation is equal to 425.40. Again natin, 4796 meters. That will be the most probable difference in elevation. Ngayon, kung kukunin natin yung elevation ni B, ay the elevation of B is equal to, ano ba yung elevation ni station A? Ito yan, given siya. The elevation of station A is equal to 426.635. 42.635 meters plus the most probable difference in elevation is equal to 425.4796. Okay, so kunin natin plus 42.635. So the most probable elevations are equal to 468.114 meters. Okay, 468.114.6. 0.1146 meters. That is the most probable elevation of B. So basic choices, 468.115. Letter A. Okay, balik tayo sa spiral curve. So lumabas ito, I think 2015 or 2016. So spiral Eastman curve has a length of 100 meters with a central curve having a radius of 300 meters. Determine the degree of spiral at the third quarter point. So ito yung radius ng central curve. Okay, kung ito naman yung length ng spiral, tinatanong yung degree at third quarter. So, yung third quarter is yung L sub 3 ng spiral. Third quarter, that is 3/4 of the length of the spiral. So, we have L sub 3 is equal to 3/4 of 100. So, obviously, L sub 3 natin is equal to at 75 meters. Kunin natin yung degree ng curve, then by ratio and proportion lang ito. That is, arc basis, 20 is equal to the degree of the curve, pi divided by 180 degrees times the radius. So this is 20 equal to, ito yung total degree ng curve based sa central curve radius natin. Times pi divided by 180 degrees times the radius 300. So let's determine the degree of the curve. The degree of the curve is equal to 3.8197 degrees. So this corresponds to this 300 meters. So this is by ratio and proportion. LS, the total length of the curve corresponds to this degree is equal to L sub 3, then yung degree on the third quarter. So, kunin natin. We have, what is the length of the spiral? That is 100. Ano yung degree niya corresponding to its central curve radius? Yun yung 3.8197 degrees is equal to, on the third quarter of the spiral is 75 meters is to d sub 3. This is the degree of the curve on the third quarter. So that will be equal to 2.865 degrees. Okay, so sa choices natin, we have, is letter C. Okay, so this is a simple curve. So a simple curve has a central angle of 36 degrees and the degree of the curve is 6 degrees. If the stationing of the point of curvature, or that is yung PC, yung stationing niya is at 10 plus 20, compute the stationing of a point on the curve intersects with the line making a deflection angle of 8 degrees. So with respect dito sa back tangent, yung back tangent natin, so gagawa tayo ng deflection angle, yun yung 8 degrees with the tangent through PC. So magkakaroon siya ng point of intersection with the curve. Okay, hinahanap yung stationing ng point na to. Let's say this is point A. Let us first determine the radius of the curve. So 20 is equal to the degree of the curve, pi divided by 180 degrees times the radius. Arc basis, usually kapag walang given na kung anong basis yung gagamitin, usually arc basis. So this is 20 is equal to 6 pi divided by 180 degrees times the radius. So ano yung radius ng curve? So we have the radius of the curve is equal to 190.986 meters. Okay? Kung meron na tayong radius, ano susunod na gagawin? Ano yung concept? Kailangan lang natin yung kailangan lang natin yung arc length from PC to point A. Sabihin ko na lang, arc length S sub A. So, para makuha yun, is kailangan natin yung kanyang equivalent central angle. So, let's say this is theta sub A. Well, sa geometry, ano yung rule natin between a central angle and a deflection angle? Central angle is twice the deflection angle as long as they are subtending equal arc. So, yung ating theta will be, theta up to point A is twice of the given deflection angle, 8 degrees. So, this is 16 degrees. Paano kumuha ng arc length up to point A? That is yung angle, dapat in radian, up to point A, multiplied by the radius. So we have the arc length up to point A is theta A, this is 16 degrees, times pi divided by 180 degrees multiplied by the computed radius, 190.986. Okay, kunin natin. What is the arc length up to point A? That is the point of intersection of the deflection angle and the arc. So this is equal to 50. We have 53.333 meters. So we have the stationing of point A that is equal to, okay, yung stationing ni PC, that is, stationing of PC is at 10 plus 20 plus yung arc length up to point A na 53.333. So we have the stationing of that point A is at station 10 plus 73.333. So we have letter A. Okay, so balik tayo sa simple curve. So the offset distance of a simple curve from PT to the tangent line passing through PC is 120.20. So take note kapag sinabing offset distance, this is perpendicular. So kung i-extend natin yung tangent from PC, or this is the back tangent, nagawa tayo ng offset from PT, perpendicular siya, 120.20. The stationing of PC is at station 2 plus 540.26. The simple curve has an angle of intersection of 50 degrees. So alam natin na kung yung ID is 50 degrees, the same as the intersection of the two tangents. So required number 1, ito, compute the degree of the curve. Para makuha yung degree ng curve, kailangan natin ng radius. So kaya lang, based dito, mag-focus lang muna tayo sa triangle na to. So this is 90 degrees. We can use the function of sine para makuha yung tangent. That is, yung sine of 50 degrees, that is sine opposite, is equal to 120.20 divided by hypotenuse ng triangle na to is yung tangent, divided by the tangent. So the tangent equal to, so that is 120.20 divided by sine of 50. Okay, we have a tangent distance equal to 156. To 156.91 meters. 156.91. Kung meron na tayong tangent, makuha natin yung radius. So again, this is 90 degrees. Okay, this is I over 2. What function? So this is tangent. Tangent of I over 2, that is equal to 20, or that is 50. Okay, 50 degrees over 2, opposite, that is yung tangent, yung nakuha natin, 156.91 divided by the adjacent side, the radius. So kunin natin yung radius ng simple curve. Okay, the radius of the simple curve is equal to 336.495 meters. Okay? So if we have now the radius, makuha natin yung kanyang degree. By using arc basis, 20 is equal to the degree of the curve pi divided by 180 degrees times the radius. So this is 20 equal to degree of the curve pi divided by 180 degrees. Yung na-compute natin na radius is equal to 336.495. Okay, so computing for the first requirement, kunin natin yung degree ng curve. Is equal to 3 point. We have 3.405 degrees. Okay, check natin sa choices. 3.405, 3.41. So sa choices na to, we have letter A. Letter A. Second requirement pala. Okay, second requirement is determine the external distance. Ito, yung ating E. Okay, how to compute for the external distance? Ano yung kailangan nilang gawin? Mag-consider ng right triangle. So this is, okay, from this point, papunta sa center ng curve is the same as the radius. We can use cosine since meron naman tayo radius. So for the second requirement, this is the cosine of I over 2, adjacent side is radius, hypotenuse mo is r plus E. The radius plus the external distance. This is the cosine of 50 degrees divided by 2, the radius, 336.495 divided by 336.495 plus the external distance. So kunin natin external distance. So we have 34.786 meters. Okay, check natin kung tama yung napindot ko. 34.79. We have letter D. So choices. Third requirement, find the length of the long chord. Okay, madali na lang ito. Okay, yung last na hinahanap for that situational problem is yung length down ng long chord. So obviously, hatiin natin ito sa dalawa, si over 2. Consider natin radius. So we can use the function of sine. Balikan nyo lang yung mga basic formula sa simple curve. So the sine of I over 2 is equal to opposite is yung c over 2, hypotenuse dyan yung radius. This is the same as sine of 50 degrees over 2 is equal to the chord over 2, the radius 336.495. Kunin natin yung long chord. So the long chord is equal to 284.418 meters. Okay, check natin kung tama yung mga napindot ko. 84.41. Ito na yung pinaka-84. Pinakamalapit si letter C. Okay? Okay, so this is tachyometry. So again, all procedures sa surveying, mga lumang topic na lumalabas noong 2015, 2016. So a transit has a stage interval factor. Sa ibang reference, it's K. Sa iba naman, F over I. Or pareho lang ito, 99.96. And a constant of 0.30. Compute the horizontal distance. Ito yung ating horizontal distance. Sabihin ko na lang H. Sa iba naman is D. Okay? Compute the horizontal distance from the transit to a point where the stage intercept is 0.6. Sa ibang problem, given yung upper reading, given yung lower reading, so kailangan nyo lang gawin dun is get the difference. Yun yung ating stage intercept. So yung horizontal distance sa ibang libro is D, is the same as F over I, multiplied by the stage intercept plus the stage constant. Yan. Kung horizontal lang naman, kapag naka-incline, may additional dyan na cosine or sine. We have the horizontal distance is equal to F over I. We have 99.96 multiplied by stage intercept, 0.6 plus the stage constant, that is 0.30. Yan. So, kunin natin yung horizontal distance. So, bali 99.96 by 0.6 plus 0.3 lang siya. Is equal to 60. We have 60.276 meters. Okay, pinakamalapit na ito sa 60.28. Okay, so our next example is tachyometry. So isa rin sa mga old procedures sa surveying. We have the length of intercept on stagia rad is equal to 1.8, or that is the stagia intercept S equal to 1.8 meters. So the stagia constant is, we have stagia constant 0.30 meter, and the stagia interval factor, in some references it is K. Stagia interval factor is the same as yung F divided by I. F over I is equal to 100. Okay, so the line of sight is inclined at alpha 4.5 degrees with the horizontal. Determine the horizontal distance from the instrument to the stagia rod. So this is H. So the actual distance from the stagia rod towards the rod, ay by formula sa tachyometry, we have that distance equal to, we have K times the stagia intercept plus stagia intercept, and this is the cosine of alpha plus the stagia constant, plus C. So kung gusto natin kunin yung horizontal distance S, H, so gamitin lang natin yung cosine ng distance na to, that is the same as K S cosine of alpha plus C, okay, multiplied by cosine of alpha. Yan. So cosine lang naman yan. Paano naman yung vertical distance? Vertical distance equal to, this is K times S cosine of alpha plus, we have C, this is now multiplied by sine of alpha. Ayun lang naman. So let's compute for the horizontal distance. So again, so sometimes K is F over I. So we are looking for the horizontal distance H is equal to, so we have that is the same as F over I cos stagia intercept S. Stagia intercept S multiplied by cosine of alpha plus the stagia constant, this value will be multiplied by cosine of alpha. Kapag horizontal, cosine, vertical is, we have sine. So we have the horizontal distance, so it's our F over I, or the same as K, this will do 100. What is the stagia intercept? Just in case lang na upper reading tsaka lower reading yung given, all you have to do is determine the difference. So 100 times, we have 1.8, this is cosine of 4.5 degrees plus, what is our stagia constant? We have 0.30. This is multiplied by cosine of 4.5 degrees. So what is the horizontal distance? So we'll be having a distance of horizontal distance 179.191 meters. Check natin sa choices. 179.19. We have letter A. So this is for a hydrographic survey. So the areas bounded by the waterline of a lake contours 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are as follows. 8,200, 6,680, 6,200, 5,520, and 4,200. If the contoured interval is 2 meters, find the volume of the water in the lake. So pwede natin gamitin dito yung Simpson's 1/3 rule. Yeah. So Simpson's 1/3 rule, kaya lang kapag areas yung, kapag kumukuha tayo ng areas, area H lang yung involved or offset, kung naalala niyo yan. We have the area is equal to, parang yung distance of the offsets over 3, 1/3, divided by twice of, multiplied by, that is yung H1 plus H sub n plus twice of H add. Yung mga height na adds, or offset na odds plus 4 times h na even. Yung mga offsets na even. Ngayon naman sa pagkuha ng volume, yung mga offsets or h, gawin lang natin silang mga areas tulad nito, yung given na area. That is the distance over 3 multiplied by, instead of h1, area 1 plus area n plus twice of yung mga area na odd numbers plus 4 times yung mga even na areas or yung mga areas na even numbers. Okay, so gamitin natin dito. So the volume is equal to, what is the distance? Is 2 over 3 is multiplied by, what is our area 1? 8,200. Area n, yun yung last area. We have 4,200 plus twice. Ano yung area odd natin? Yung area odd, huwag yung isama yung first at saka last. In between. So ang odd na lang is yung pangatlo, 6,200. We have 6,200 plus 4 times. Ano naman yung mga even? Yung mga even natin dito, yung even is, ito, si number 2 at saka si number 4. That is equal to 6,680 plus number 4, 5,520. Okay, let us compute for the volume. So you have a volume of, this is 49,066.67 cubic meters. 49,066.67 cubic meters. So check natin sa choices. We have 49,067. Letter A. Balik tayo sa bubble tube. So using an engineer's level, on a reading 80 meters away, was observed to be 2.84. So the bubble was leveled through 5 spaces. So i-assume natin na dapat meron tayong 5 spaces. Okay, so 5 spaces on the level tube, and the rod reading increased to 2.904 meters. So find the radius of curvature of the level tube if one space of the tube is 0.6 mm long. So i-assume lang natin na parang arc length yun, na meron siyang length na 0.6 mm long. Kunin mo na natin yung kanyang equivalent central angle. Equivalent angle dito, let's say alpha. So kunin natin yung difference, that is the tangent of alpha is equal to opposite. That is, kunin lang natin yung difference. We have 2.904 minus 2.84 divided by adjacent side natin is 80. Kunin natin yung angle na yan. Though medyo maliit yan. Okay, that is equal to 0.04584. Okay, so I'll be using 5 decimal places, 0.04584. Kaya lang meron tayong 5 spaces. So i-divide natin ito ng, sabihin ko na lang theta, that is divided by 5. Yung alpha divided by 5. So you have the value of that theta, so 0.04584 divided by 5. Yung given na spaces doon, 5 is equal to, we have 9.167. This is times 10 raised to negative 3. This is in terms of degrees or degree. So 9.167 times 10 raised to negative 3. So di ba paano ba kumuha ng arc length? So this is the same as 6 times 10 raised to negative 4 meter. Mm kasi yung given. Di ba arc length is equal to degree of the curve. Gawin mo lang siyang radian or degree times the radius. So ganoon lang yung gagawin natin. This is 6 times 10 raised to negative 4 meter is equal to, ito yun, we have 9.167 times 10 raised to negative 3. This is in terms of degrees. Gawin lang natin radian times pi divided by 180. Then multiply by the equivalent radius. Okay, so compute natin yung kanyang equivalent radius. And that will be equal to 3.75 meters. Yeah. And that's letter, so choices na letter B.